Well, welcome to another painting. As with life, nothing seems to come easy sometimes. We're going to be painting a sunset evening scene, and there's going to be a windmill, old windmill on a farm here, and that's going to be pretty much it. Well, I did this before, and I did about 30 minutes of taping, and when I put it into the computer, I was going to transfer it over to another file so I could keep using that disk because it was getting full. There was nothing there. Told me I had to reformat it. I had to format it. Well, if I format it, everything's going to be gone. Well, of course, it would not open, so I had to format it and lose everything. So I got another disk, and hopefully this will work out this time. So when we come back, I have already, let me tell you what we've done. I put a clear gesso on, then I did a little bit of black and purple, came down with the purple into some red, orange, and then back to black and purple. Then I went back in, added a little orange, a little red. I wisped a few clouds using just diazonine purple and a little bit of black. And then I started going over it, covering it, then adding layer, red, orange, yellow. So we have our underpainting done, pretty much. And then we'll just we'll start enhancing the colors, a few more wispy little clouds. I think I'll bring the yellow up a little bit, and it'll be a lot more yellow. It'll be a lot brighter when we're done. But anyway, that's where we're at. So stick with us, and when we come back, we'll start painting. Okay, so let me get my little spray bottle here. I've got my it's a little 2-inch, number 4. I'm going to, it says 35. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to go into some of that pure yellow. I got a little bit of orange somewhere I picked up, but that's okay. I spritzed a little bit of water on the glass itself, so I'm kind of blending that on. And then I'm going to come up here. Let me go a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit dry. I'm starting to get that draggy effect. There we go. And I do have some the clear gesso that I used. I might put a little bit of it back there. And I like the clear gesso because, you know, of course, using just white gesso, it will change the color of what you're trying to put on. I want to keep, which with the yellow, when I start adding a little bit more lightness, then it wouldn't matter. So I'm going to get a little bit of that. I'll start putting that on. And then if I turn my brush a little bit, I can get some wispiness in there if I want to. I've got a little piece of Hackenpucky right there. There we go. So I can kind of bring that, and I can turn my brush a little bit, get some different angles, some little wider strokes. See there, I can kind of come up, just kind of filling that in for now. Like I said, this is going to be a lot brighter when, but it just to get the different effects in the sky, sometimes you got to put several layers over it. There we go. Just get that. Just kind of fill that in a little bit. Don't worry about it. It's going to take some more coats. I'm just getting a little bit of. Let's see how I kind of wisp that, and I left just a little bit of that. I can come up here, start doing the same thing, because I want this to be kind of up a little bit into. There we go. Something maybe like this. And don't worry if you get a little harsh line in there. We can take it out. A little too much water on there started taking my paint off, so I won't play with that too much. There we go. Just like that. And I just like to do it. Take my time. You know, you can put a sky on really quick if you want, and make it look really nice, especially if you're doing oils, because boy, you can just blend and mix oils forever till they dry, which is going to take several days. And but with acrylics, you gotta be careful because they dry on you quick, and they will. And then so the more sometimes you try to mix too quick, you just turn everything to mud. I was sitting there. I'm going to stand a little bit. I can see it. You know, I'm so used to working on like an 8x10 or 11x14 canvas. This is on a 16x20, and it gets a little big when I'm setting. Now I have another easel that's adjustable up and down, so you can set, but I sometimes just like to stand while I'm painting. Now I'm going back and adding some orange here because my orange kind of faded away on me a little bit. Something like this. But don't worry, it's going to change a little bit when we start putting a wash on it. And what I did is I kept that same dirty brush, and I added a little bit of red, purple, almost taking it. It's got a lot of purple in it, but I think it's still a little bit, just a little bit on that red side. And then as I work my way up, I'll add more and more of the orange, the purple to the red, so then the what was on that red side starts to come onto that purple side. Now here I went into just a little bit of, I didn't even mix the red with it. And the reason I want that is because I want to bring some of this down. And this is going to be the wispiness, the wispy clouds. And they're going to take on a purple. And if they look a little bit too bright on you, if you go, ooh, that's a little too purple, again, don't worry too much about it, because remember, it'll dry a couple of tones or a couple of shades darker. So we can always change it later if we need to. All right, we're going to let that dry, and then when we come back, we'll start really putting in the detail. Okay, so I'm adding water. I'm really watering this down. I added a little bit of white to my yellow, because remember, I really want this to start popping in here. But remember, I put those clouds in here, over in here. See, they'll still be there, but parts of them will start to disappear. Where a wash is just where you take and water that color down, and then just wash your painting so the colors the underneath show, but it brings depth to the painting. That's what to me, that's what a wash does, is it just kind of brings that depth. Spritz that a little bit too much there. Let's see, let me go back and I'll have to fix that later. Just keep adding a little bit more lightness in areas, and trying to find ways to draw that eye back into the center. That's mostly why I'm making this center a lot brighter. That way your eye will, but there's going to be a big windmill in here, so, and you'll see that the eye will be attracted straight to it. And then when this dries, we're gonna add a little orange wash in there, and it'll really start popping. But again, right now all I'm doing is dragging some of the paint off because it's not quite dry. I got my fan on in here. So kind of dry it, and of course I've got my my hair dryer. I use it a lot to get some of this dry. All right, well, we were gone, the camera was off. If you remember, our horizon was right here, and I put the windmill in, and there was so much dark area. I wanted to balance it a little bit more. So what I did is I just brought it down, brought the yellow sky down a little bit, kind of cleaned that up. You saw all this part, so nothing changed down here. And then I just brought him down a little bit more. And people might ask, how do you get your straight lines? Well, I'll tell you the easiest way I do it. And I don't know, it might be cheating, but don't really care. My painting. So I'll take that, and then I just take me a little ink pen. They're creative markers, but they're basically a paint, and then I get good straight lines. If I did that with a brush, a paintbrush, I could probably do it. Wouldn't maybe be quite as straight, but it'd take me a while. I just find that a lot easier. So I always look for shortcuts, and if you find shortcuts, use them. They're easy. But anyway, so this is all done. Everything's dry. I went ahead and signed it. And you know what I signed it with? Yep, one of those paint pens. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little painting. Very simple little painting. I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but we'll come up with a name. If you got a name, throw it in the comments. But we'll come up with something. But again, very simplistic colors. But even those simplistic paintings, they can say 1,000 words. And I think that one does. We've all been, us that's lived in the country, or those who've lived in the city and visited the country, you've always seen the old windmill out on with a sunset or a sunrise coming, and it just reminds you of something simpler. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one. And my next projects, I'm thinking I'm going to do something, maybe in landscape, maybe a sepia color, and then maybe a old oil well pumping. Because those remind me out in western Kansas bird hunting. There's oil wells, oil pumps all over western Kansas. So that might be our next painting. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It sure helps out a lot. And leave me a comment if you want to see something, and we'll see if we can't paint it. I'll see you on the next one.